Hey, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us on another episode. You're here with me. I was going to say Steve and Sarit.
She hasn't been drinking, guys. It's first thing in the morning.
Steve and Sarit. Sarit and Stevie K. I've had my coffee. I feel like I need another one.
Nice black coffee.
I feel like I need another one. We've been setting up since this. You know what? I think we said it on the last podcast, didn't we? That there was something going on. It took us for ages because there was noise going on in the background. Today it's been the same. It's like they picked the perfect moment. It's always when we're about to shoot.
Yeah, someone's always working outside. Or
so random as well.
Random
Today,
days.
out of all days, I don't even know what it is out there, but they're cleaning. Is it the roads or something? When does that ever happen in our neighbourhood? It's not even our neighbourhood. It's across the road, and it's like we can hear it.
Anyway, it's gone. Now we can start.
Yeah, so it's took us forever, and it's just all over the place.
So what are we talking about today?
I have something in mind. It is I thought of you when I saw this post, and I thought of you because I feel like you probably have lots to talk about, and I see this person in you.
How many in their 40s are really sexy?
You are sexy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just.
I was only joking.
I didn't expect you to say that. You're in that era where you look good.
Yeah, right.
We've been through our moments where you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with my hair. I don't know what to do with my beard.
I still don't know what to do with my hair or with my beard.
I think kids have heard it all as well, all the time.
I'm still thinking, shall I trim it down and have it designed in the way that,
I love his beard. I love his beard. The only thing I don't like is there's a lot of food that's left over in it.
It's full of
There is always something when you're eating, it'll stick to the
Whatever.
sides. But I do love the beard. I think it really, really suits you. I love the hairstyle as well.
Finally.
It's only when you kind of look after it though, because you just let it be, and he doesn't shape it up. So I do like it.
Yeah, just like you with your legs. Mm-hmm.
You don't get to see my legs.
Yeah.
Though.
Okay. Your eyebrows.
They're at 8 on show. You know, it's the first time you've ever said that because I'm on point with my eyebrows all the time. But you guys know I've just been in my I've been so busy in doing things. It hasn't really bothered me, and I don't think they look that bad. Mm-hmm. I didn't think they looked that bad. Mm. But obviously, the other day I kind of I do all of my eyebrows, threading, waxing, all of it myself. Always have done. I was thinking about how I used to line all the gills up as well. They'll have row by row, one by one. There'll be either the eyebrows or be doing something for them. And yeah,
it's not easy,
motherhood.
Guys. It's not easy.
Motherhood.
Trust me, even now, with all the work that we tend to do, and I'm sure you guys can relate. It doesn't ever get easier. You just gotta get on with it. That's
it doesn't.
It.
Now my son's at the age of 14, coming on 14, and he's you know what, last night, Steve, the boy has more of a skincare routine than I do. He walks in, he's got stuff on his lips, he's got stuff on his face, he's got a bottle of water in his hand. He's really pampers himself before he goes to bed.
He's got into the stage where he's eating healthy as well.
It's just really shocking and weird, but we don't want to say much because it will put him off.
I mean, he never used to like eggs and stuff, and he started having eggs.
Yeah.
And, he's not having any sugar.
Yeah.
Any snacks.
No one's so, you see.
And we haven't even said anything to him.
Said anything to him. Normally when you say, oh, you're eating too much, you'd be like, you want to eat more. Now we're just like, let's not say nothing. Let him just carry on.
But we are going to implement getting more healthy food. We have spoke about this yesterday. I know we're not, there's so many things that when it comes to a podcast, there's so many things that you want to share. And
because I still want to talk about how his self-care, it's crazy, seeing him every night. And I wish he was awake last night because he come in glowing, and I was like, oh my God, your dad's never done this in his lifetime. I know you'd advise him to put cream on in the morning, but he's going over the top with everything. He's even put his toothbrush on charge. That thing I bought it for Christmas a couple of years ago. It's been lying around. He's never touched it, and it's on charge. And he's using
teenager.
Yeah, and we're teasing him. Have you got a girlfriend? Is there something going on? No, I haven't got a girlfriend. But he's even lined up. So obviously I used to have the gills, and I used to do their eyebrows one by one. And oh my God, you'll have one sneezing constantly and watery eyes, and I'll have to be patient waiting for them to sort themselves out so I can continue. You'll have one who just, doesn't care less. Obviously if you know anything about threading or anything, you've got to stretch the skin because it can get caught. And this one would be fearless, doesn't want to do any of that. And once you accidentally get some of the skin and screaming their eyes out. So it's just remembering all those things. Now he's at that point, he's like, Mom, can you do my eyebrows? I was like, what do you think? Do your eyebrows. So I did thread them here for him. But now he's doing it himself. He's not threading. He's just using a razor or something. So it's just watching him just...
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the versions of him changing, it's crazy. And it seems like it's happening so quickly again. So that's going on. And you were talking about food and stuff.
Yeah, we're going to start. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go on.
You were talking about my eyebrows, but I haven't done them. And you notice. You never notice that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't.
But obviously, because I've grown, I have
busy.
been really busy. And I just did them the other day. And he's like, yeah, you look really clean. It's like, see how much... how much just women do.
She's just been, oh gosh.
I've been.
You know what? Shall I tell you something? Okay.
And it has been my priority.
It's okay for a woman to tell a man that you've let yourself go, and she does it quite often. You don't care about this, you don't care about your hair, you don't care about your beard. But did you know it is the most difficult thing for a man to go, woman, clean yourself up, man. You look dirty.
What the hell?
You know what I mean? Because they just get offended. It's like, yeah.
That's how you lie when we say, do we look good?
Oh my God. I can't believe you just said that. So you're more or less going, do I look fat? No. Do I look nice? Yeah. Got about 20 spots all around your face and, you know, no makeup on you.
You are mean.
You got the moustache just growing like this and you're going, no, you look beautiful.
Everyone's going to say we want to see that side of Sreet, the version of Sreet with her
oh my God, yeah.
eyebrows and moustache.
Yeah, I'm just so glad my near sight has gone. I can't see anything properly. Yeah, you look amazing.
That is so evil.
Anyway.
I've been really busy. I haven't really been bothering. And as you can probably see, I have not been doing content because just so much. We've had like the kids over, like we're talking about the youngest one as well. He's going through his options, which has been, want to be there for them, make sure they're making the right choices in life and doing things. And there's more important things in life.
He's stopped having sugar and stuff like that. So what we sort of thinking of implementing, even for ourselves, because we have been, I think it's like a cycle, isn't it? It's like, we end up eating crap. He'll end up eating, or everyone else around you. And then when, they eat or they want chocolates and stuff like that, then it's there. It's in the house. So you more or less grab it and you have it and whatever. And now I think with him wanting to eat healthy and us like not putting it on him, because we've never done that with our kids, ever. We've always more or less, my mindset's always been like, when they're young, you must enjoy it. Your body works in a different way. You digest it quickly.
Let them get it out their system as well.
The system, because majority of stuff that our kids ate when they were younger, they don't eat now.
No.
They don't even like to look at it. And the thing is...
Do you remember the oldest used to be mad on like cheese and onion crisp, will not touch it. He just for the smell.
It's that thing of, sometimes... You've just got to get it out your system, right? And you got to do these things because later on you can look back and you're going, well, I don't know what that tastes like, or I never tried it. And life is all about curiosity and exploring things, trying things, And but sometimes you can overindulge.
You can. There's some parents who actually don't allow their children to have snacks and stuff or limit it once a week or something. But you see, those children always do, whether they're in school or whether they're just out and about themselves, will go out their way and buy, undercover and just buy those kind of things because you're not getting it. So,
and not only that, you don't know how they're going to be later on. It's like now we were never restricted to eat anything or not to drink anything at home, even from my parents. And it became like the thing of, we didn't have it all the time. But when we had it, it was like good. But now, like I said, we're hoping to change food that we bring in. And it's nice that we're looking at him and that's an influence on us. Yeah. It is, the people that you're around. And then I'm there going, what, if he's doing this and he wants to do this, it's good. Let's not buy those stuff because I don't want it either. Yeah. It's normally you just have it because it's there.
Yeah, you're saying that. But I feel like with him, it's unless you advise him, you just put it out there, like you're saying, get some nuts and whatever else not. And let's see if he just tries it without saying to him. Because last night I was just talking, going through a list of shopping things I want to get. And because you already mentioned to me something that he asked you for, I didn't say. He was in the room and he was just hovering around showing me stuff and then just sitting there and listening to me as well. Like he's listening, but he's doing his own thing with the PlayStation. And I was going through my list of things I want to get today. And I was like, oh, okay, snacks and stuff. Crispy, those cake things that you have. What are they? Rice Krispie cakes or something? What are they called? Those where you put peanut butter on them and stuff. I really like them.
Rice cakes.
That's it. I haven't had them in ages. So I thought I'll get some of those. So I was reading the list and it had dark chocolate. And he went, oh, you're going to get some dark chocolate? Can you get me some as well? Because I've been reading up on about that. I was like, okay, I'll just get it. But I'm not going to like push him and say, whatever I was reading up the list. I was seeing what his thoughts were.
I'll tell you something. Because been on those diet, healthy eating things. It's weird, isn't it? It's like that thing people like going, it ain't supposed to be called a diet. That's how we're supposed to be eating healthy, but we end up eating all the crap stuff because it's always on offer, it's always available, and it's always comfort. And knowing that, we all want comfort. When we haven't got people, or you ain't doing things, or you're stuck in the house, you're like going, okay, well, how? And most of the times you don't want to go out and spend so much money. You're like thinking, it feels like a luxury, but it's not, because you do overindulge.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you look at it, the things that they put on, and you can get them on offer, all these like special offers on chocolates, crisps and stuff, even
it's always
pop,
cheap, isn't it?
So cheap. You want to buy something healthy, even if it is just nuts, because you want to replace them for your little snacks that you have. How expensive are they? £6, £6.99. Exactly. That big bag was that I was thinking of picking up the other day.
That's where, like now, I know for a fact that having dark chocolate, many people will probably like it. When I first started having it, I was like, what the heck, man? You know, like this isn't. And soon as you get into the habit of eating better, eating what's good for you, you actually enjoy it. It ends up becoming even like that tastes really good.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you don't have too much of it.
Why is dark chocolate nice then? What is it about it?
I think it's just, I'm not
why
totally
is it
fully
healthier?
sure, but I do think that the other chocolates have so much other things added to it to make it taste good. Whereas I think dark chocolate is more natural. Is it cacao or whatever you call it? You know, basically what they use to make chocolate. It's naturally that. So it's got less other ingredients.
I'm thinking that, you know, the box of chocolates.
So that's why I think, the things that, if the stronger you have in the percentage, like 75 or 80%, the higher it is, the more pure chocolate it is, I think. So the less crap in it that, you know, they put in, that people enjoy it more.
The only reason I ask is that chocolate box we had over Christmas, and it had the dark chocolate in there. I was more drawn to that, and I don't really go out there and buy dark chocolate.
But still,
I really like them. There's only a few in there.
They still got so much sugar in it, and it's basically, it is healthier, and you can break it and put it in your fat-free Greek yogurt, you know, and you can put some berries and stuff like that, and it still feels like you're having dessert.
Okay.
So it's like that. Or if at night time you just like a little peckish because you've eaten well, but you feel still hungry, you get like about 2 pieces of it. You know, it's still nice. You feel like you're treating yourself. It is good. I mean, it also is a bit pricier. Again, look at that. The healthy stuff is always more pricier than the unhealthy stuff. The ones that they actually want you to eat.
So what we've learned is not to advise our child, because they just don't listen. Just, you know what, like this way of him changing certain habits is a good way, like just putting it out there.
But we do think that, like you said, we had the conversation, if it's not available in your home, you won't, you know what I mean? Because if it's right there, we have it because it's easy. But not only that, if you end up putting the right foods around and that's available, you got no choice. You'll just try it and you'll have it. So, you know, and I think that's what we hoping, not just for him, it is important for him, but like I said, we want him, like now, he wants to do it. It's not us like telling him to do it, and we'd rather have it like that. Because if you put it onto someone and you're going, you should be doing this is how you should be eating, and you be, nothing wrong with, like, you know, guiding your kid, but there's guiding and being very strict and not letting them. Then later on, they're just going to go, well, we weren't allowed to do this, that, and the other. We're going to do whatever. Quickly.
It's like that little
I'd rather him go, I want to do it.
It's like a couple of...
We never pushed the kids doing homework either, remember? We never used to tell our kids to do homework. And they did it. And we're there more or less going,
dude, take a break.
Take a break. And they're like, I don't need this done. And they used to come home, do it, get out the way and get it done. And this is what I mean. The more we felt like we were pushing, if we're telling our kids what to do, some more they're going, but what do you want to do that for? And it's like...
Yeah, even the bribe didn't work. Remember last year I bribed him because he was like thinking about it. He goes, okay, so if I stop eating so-and-so and this and that, you know, cut chocolate out for at least a week, you're going to buy me this. And I was like, yeah, he couldn't do it for 2 days. And he brought that up. And he goes, now it's been a whole week. And he's like, remember, you used to say I could get something. He goes, and I was like, yeah, well, I didn't say anything to you. You're doing this of your own will.
It's that thing, is it? I think it's better if your child makes positive and good choices by themselves. Instead of you like enforcing it on them, because later on it's like, okay, now we've always had to live a certain way, do what we were told, whatever. But we've never had that luxury to see how the other other people eat, live, do,
Yeah.
and you're more or less, now it could be like, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I don't see the, how, I don't miss it. There's nothing so special about it. I don't see, I don't need to.
Yeah.
Rather than that.
Yeah. So that made me think of Casey, because, she said the other day, she goes, oh, Mom, you kind of really egged me on with fashion and stuff. Like, which I could see she was really good at and she enjoyed it, things she did. But she's like, I absolutely hate studying. I can't wait to finish doing it. But she enjoys it as well. She goes, I don't know whether I would have done it or not, like, if, you didn't encourage me. I was like, well, what else would you have done? And she's like, nah, there's no chance I could have done all the other things that we mentioned. She goes, it is something in a way, like you're saying, encouraging what you can see that they're really good at.
Yeah.
Like now with his options and stuff.
Yeah, he's got his
That's been a bit
options,
hard for us because he doesn't want to, like, he hates school altogether.
He doesn't like school.
He absolutely hates it.
And it's another thing is, you want him to do well in life. You want him to, progress.
Yeah.
He's capable as well. But the only thing is, it's like, he just doesn't like the school environment.
Yeah.
He's got a nice little group of friends that he really is happy with.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's like, not interested.
Yeah.
It just doesn't bring me happiness and joy. I guess it's not the same for everyone. Like the thing, trust me, I don't think I was so excited about it. And, so it is what it is. But it's still trying to help him make the right decision and choices for his future, for him, more than anything.
That's it.
Yeah, so go on then.
Oh, right, so...
No. Okay, now the subject matter that we were going to speak about, because Reek said right at the starting, there's something that I came across, but hey...
it was, and I thought of you because you've been like this for years, and I just thought maybe there's going to be a lot of other people who relate to you and take your point from it. It was about hyper-independence, and I see that a lot in you. You're always like, the independent side of you, you never want help with anything. You try to do everything.
Let me read for everyone, just in case you don't know what hyper independence is. So there's two types of independence. Healthy independence, I can do things on my own, but I know I can ask for help. Hyper independence is I must do everything alone. I can't trust anyone to support me. One is self-sufficiency, the other is trauma response. So you learned early on that no one was there for you. You expected to handle things alone, or depending on others once led to disappointment or pain. So you told yourself, I won't rely on anyone ever again. So that's signs. Signs are saying I don't need help even when I'm overwhelmed, feeling uncomfortable when others do things for you, struggling to be vulnerable even with safe people. Independence should feel empowering, not isolating. The emotional cost, you carry more than you should alone. You feel unseen and misunderstood. You crave connection but fear needing someone. Healing means learning it's okay to let people in. Okay? Yeah. So that's what it is.
Let me think of you, because it is with everything we've done in life, I think.
There's a few things that I would relate to, and I see where you're coming from. I don't ask for help. No, I wouldn't say that, actually. I do ask for help when I feel like I'm overwhelmed or I'm overworked. But at the same, or I don't ask for it. It's like I say, I need help with this. I've got so much to do. I've got this, that, and the other. But the only problem I have is I don't have the people that I know that can help me do it. So it's like this. I know for a fact that I would say to you, or if Casey was here, I'll be basically going, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do, all the stuff, and it's so much, and I would even say, sometimes I feel overworked, I'm tired, I'm struggling. And we do, even though I enjoy doing what I do. But I know for a fact that Casey can't help me on the stuff that I got to do, because it's not something she knows about or anything that she can do to change. And there's nothing that you can do. It's like, I see there's a problem and I know that I need help, but there's no point me, I can't really get that from yourself or Casey.
That's now with what we're doing at the moment. I think you've always been like that with every situation, whether it's like need.
I do think, because even like
to do with just work, you've always been like that.
Yeah, because I know who I am. I know for a fact that, and I think everyone who knows me knows that if I'm very reliable and dependent. I know, dependable. Basically, regardless of me blowing my own trumpet, I will see that it's a value of mine. If someone was to ask for me or my help or need me somewhere at a certain time, you know for a fact that I'm there.
All I see in our life,
matter
being
what.
together, it has been the case. You've always been there, even if it's been my friends. You've helped drop off, you know, like
do things for others. Yeah,
moving stuff around, taking them to places.
And I think because it means something to me. But what I don't like is if I ask something from someone once, I can understand not everyone can do everything all the time, so it's not like that. But if you ask someone and they're not going to do it, or they're not be bothered, or they can't, you know, turn up, or, you know, care, then I'm just like going, there's no point. Yeah. And there's that thing of, unless I feel or see that the person's similar to, you know, they would be there, I just like going, okay, I'd rather not ask.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But I think that you've grown into that a lot more. You were kind of, but as the years have gone by,
it's like back in the days, you know, when you would like go to the gym or you'll train. Even that, it's like the amount of people that I used to train with, you know, one after the other or something like that, they'll become your gym buddies and you're training, and you rely on each other and you help each other with the weights, and you could pick a lot more with them there. It was like that, and you can train better. Obviously, the time would have been longer, but what would happen is always that every single person that I've used to train with, because would either stop coming, or, you know, that come here or not come there. So what you start seeing is that even though your motivation was high and you enjoy training with these people, that when you started having to do it by yourself, that all of a sudden you can't pick up that same weight, or the feeling isn't the same, and you're more or less trying to pick yourself up and self-motivate. You know, it doesn't feel the same, that even because you've got used to this routine of being in a certain way, and now you're having to change that and readjusting, and it doesn't feel the same. So what I realize is, you know, when I know I'm going to go at that gym, I know I'm going to train, I know I can depend and rely on me. I don't, even if I have to not pick as much weight up, I know that I'm going to get my workout done no matter what. And I think that's what it is with everything. Sometimes things are so much, but if I think that this person can genuinely help me, or would genuinely want to help me and be there, then I'll go, hey.
Yeah.
But if I think that, you know, there's me just having a conversation and saying this, that, and the other, but that person's like, couldn't, you know, and sorry, busy in lives or whatever it might be, I just like,
I think because that's happened quite a lot with us, and that's why I feel like it's gotten to the point where you just don't ask and haven't asked.
I don't ask.
Yeah.
I don't think I ask anyone.
It's always been like, whether it is help, you know. Someone brought on one of our latest reels or something, I can't remember which platform it was on, because we were speaking about like doing everything ourselves, and we were talking about Stacey Solomon, like she was saying you need family and stuff, and just she was talking about being a single parent, but what about being a single mom as well? Like, you know, you don't get the support and, you know, don't get the help as well. Like there's people like us as well, which I fully understand. There's going to be single fathers, you know, but that kind of thing, I think with us, what it's been I think with you, when I look at you, I think the disappointment in you with always showing up for people, always being that responsible, weddings, anything, you'll be there and you'd want to help out.
But it's not just that, it's like this, I think there's one thing doing it, and then another thing, other people not doing the same thing. Yeah. But the third thing is, you know, when there's times when you can't do something, and you just like going, look, I want to, but there's a situation where I can't. Yeah. So, you know, you understand that people can't do it all the time. So I'm not saying I expect people. Then people get disappointed in you because they're going, you know what, this is who I expect you to be.
Because you've always been like that.
Because you've always done this. And then they're not like going, you know what, this person's always is like this. There's got to be a circumstance that this person can't at this moment. Yeah. But I always try to, you know, explain in the way that even then I'm feeling bad. Yeah. I'm feeling like, you know, and many people don't. No. And I more or less like going, look, honestly, I'm not saying this. It could be like I said, if it was an event or something like that, and you're going, I'd love to come, but I'm not available because I'm actually either A, working, or B, I'm abroad, and people will go, oh, we're disappointed.
But and I'm like, the version of you that used to be, the version that you used to be was always, I felt like a people pleaser.
Yeah. Always, so I did. So now it's
the opposite now, but I feel like because of the people pleasing you've done and the way you didn't get, not that you should always expect something in return, but there is sometimes when you do need like little, like you're saying with work now, it's completely different, but there is a, you know, a helping hand you need with something or whatever.
Or it's just like a simple thing, like, you know, when people turn around and say, hey, you know what, we should meet up and have a drink, and you go, oh great, and then you like text and say, hey, are you you free anytime soon? And you're going, huh?
Yeah.
What? Why say it if you ain't going to? You know what I mean? I mean, I understand that you're busy, but how many years, instead of just meeting up at Christmas or some event that you're like going, wait a second, so what was the point? You're going, we should meet up, and then you don't.
I think you don't realize as well. You kind of start putting up this barrier where you just can't be bothered anymore. No. And it does become like a hyper.
I'm going to give an example. You know, when I started this journey on YouTube, I didn't know nothing about editing. I had no idea about editing. I ended up going to, I did study media back in the days, but the editing equipment was totally different. It was like a Starship Enterprise kind of thing, where you had about 4 or 5 screens and you had all these like devices, and editing was totally different back in the days, because it was taped on these big, not VHS, but big massive tapes in these big massive recorders. So I learned from that. That was my old school training of media, how to record, and you have these big boomsticks and stuff. So I ended up going to a course, 5 years ago, to re-study media, like, filming. And I realized that obviously I've got the camera at home, that, I bought it because I thought I'll take up photography and do stuff, but I ended up realizing I could use my Canon camera to film more than I don't take photographs, so I don't know why. And then I can use my MacBook to edit, and I didn't know that was the case, and many people out here probably don't know that. But the thing is, even when I did the course, I realized that editing wasn't something that I could learn easily. It was like, the people that were working in groups. Filming was fine, or the ideas of what I wanted to film was fine. But the editing, it was more or less like I was looking and I was knowing how I want certain shots to be edited, but I wasn't good at the editing. I didn't have a clue. They were quite good. There were people who were working in media already, got jobs in journalism, so I was doing courses with them. So they already were working in the environment or the industry where they needed to, but they just want to, do this course as a qualification and learn a bit more of the things that they didn't know. So it was like that. But I remember asking our eldest daughter, who was good at editing. She could do, she was doing various stuff, and she was at really college at that time.
But they do. I think all kids at this age, they know how to do it.
So I remember asking her, I said, look, I can film videos, but I don't know how to edit. Can you edit videos for me? And she was like, more or less like, Dad, I'm just very too busy and this, that, and the other. I knew she knew how to do it. And that frustrated me, because I felt like this isn't nice. That, like, I don't know anyone outside that could edit. I've been on a course, but I still don't fully understand how to edit. And now I'm asking someone who does know how to do it, and they just haven't got the time to help. And I know that I would be there if she needed the same. And this is my kid kind of thing. It's not like she was like 12 or 13. Well. She's like about 16, 17, 18, about 18 kind of thing. The same happened with me,
because I was trying to learn from her as well. But I think with how she teaches is she's just so quick, and she doesn't want to explain properly. She hasn't got the patience.
That's the thing. And it was like going, okay, either you edit it for me or you show me how to edit. And it's more or less like going, I haven't got the time to edit, but I haven't got the time to show it. It's sometimes it's more or less for her is, give me the thing, I'll just quickly do it. It's easier, quicker if I just do it. Here you go. And then you're going, okay, but what about next time? I can't expect you, show me. She hasn't got the patience to do that. But anyway, so I did. It does annoy me, and I don't know how other people feel.
It annoys me. Gotten worse and worse
when I ask someone for help or support. Like now, back in the days, we needed people to help us to look after our kids if we can have time together or we can work, and we didn't have that.
I think also when we were going through the difficult time, the hardest time of our life.
So when I used to ask, it was always more or less like going, no, we can't, we're really busy, but yet that they're doing stuff. Or we have to ask for permission, and they were doing stuff, and you're going.
It's just even like with the dog, or we had, we had like pets and stuff as well. Like you have people who you could have a neighbor to look after it or someone. It was always like for us.
So, but forget the pet. Just like saying the kids, like kids, just for pets. A couple of hours, like family support, family help, or friends support for friends help. So fair play to people who have got that kind of system and people. But it was like, and this is not me, like I'm not moaning and complaining about it. It's regardless of me talking about it. It was the whole subject of asking people that you think you can rely and depend on to do things that they also do for other people, and you also expect that because you're thinking this is who I would be and I would do, and then when they go, oh, we can't, or not on this, whatever reason, right, and you're going, there's no point me asking, it's all right, I'll just look after my kids, I'll go to work.
I think that's what you've become. And
I'll do, and the editing, I learned editing all by myself,
which is a good thing that we've learned
not
a
from
lot.
anyone. Now I edit, do the stuff all by myself. Everything is self-taught.
That's what I'm saying. You've learned a lot. But what I've realised is, this is why I thought of you a lot, is it isn't just other people or, asking for help from, or friends or anything. Like, you've even started doing that with me as well. You know what I mean? Like, little things like, you won't say, oh, I need this, I want to do this. Like, just for example, yesterday, you were in the kitchen, you were hovering around, you wanted to eat. It's lunchtime, and you're like, oh, it's being direct. I can make it for you.
No, honestly, even with,
I made him a sandwich yesterday, and it's just little things that I think
because I always feel like, what, if
and he really
people want
to,
for me, it's like this. Look, if people actually want to do something for you, right, they just would.
Yeah, so I
know that I'm that.
Yeah, but that's bad, because not everyone's like all the people that we've known. There's so many lovely people who genuinely help. There's so many lovely people who genuinely want to help you, because there are people like us who want to help, not wanting something in return. Now, you've gone to the point where, like yesterday, I made him this lovely cheesy sandwich, whatever. He really, really liked it. So the next day, he wanted it again, but he didn't ask me, and he knows I had a lot going on. But it's like, I could see something. I'm like, dude, you should be okay. I'm your wife.
Dude,
I'm
your wife.
I'm your wife. You shouldn't be like that with me as well.
Oh, no, I know. But the other thing is, I don't like to put people out of their way.
Oh, no.
And I always keep on thinking that, sometimes, with the amount of stuff that I've currently am doing, and I'm doing a lot, and I know that because, what happens with me is, I don't know if other people are the same. I will 2 to 3 days. I am very much. I get up, go, and I get so much done. I'll work from morning till about 6-7 o'clock, and then I think day 4 or 5, one or the other that'll come. I am burnt out, and then and even on that day, and I think I've read it or I've seen other people. Maybe people don't talk as much about it. That even if, like, certain days you could be 100%.
Yeah.
100%, and that's fine. But there are going to be days where you're 40%. There are going to be days when you're 10. Trust me, yesterday was my 10%.
Yeah.
But yesterday I still had to, it was weird because I had to still say to myself,
that you've done something.
You fixed the shower, because our shower was like, it was falling apart and stuff like that. You fixed the shower, even though you was feeling, so I couldn't do the work that I wanted to do. But the thing is, I didn't need to do the work that I wanted to do because I already had so much filming done. I filmed for several channels. I had so much filming done, so much editing done. All that stuff was done. I was sorting out my son's with him, his options. There's various other things that I did. But for me, it was, this isn't how much that I normally do, or I know that I'm capable of doing. So in my mindset, I'm like, God, this has been an unproductive day. This is not me to my standard.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it does eat me sometimes, and it shouldn't.
But you do that. It's like a repetitive thing you do. You'll overwork and then you'll be burnt out. But you need to tell yourself, like, if was there a reason for you to actually do all of that work to then have that day where you're like, oh, yeah, you've got the shower. Because but wouldn't it have been nice if you had that day to, like, you know what, okay, I've done a lot of work. I know I haven't got it in me, but this is my day. I'm just going to do something for me. Like, re-energize, watch
I do understand
films.
that, but I think, when you're at a point where I don't think it's about, I don't care as much as, like, back in the days, I would have been people pleasing and think what other people are thinking and saying, or,
I'm glad you didn't last night. I'm glad you didn't, because I asked you whether you wanted to watch something with me, and I'm glad you actually said, because that, to me, when you walked out, I actually thought, I'm proud of him, because you wouldn't be like, because basically what happened last night, I was like, would you want to spend some time together? He's been doing his thing, I've been doing my thing, and every evening normally we do, every Friday we do, but this week has been chock-a-block, and he's been having time, and I said, do you want to watch something tonight together? And he came upstairs and he was like, you could see he wanted to, but also he wanted to spend time on his own. And the person Steve is, he is always like, he always thinks of the other person. If the kids were here now, he'd go with what they want to watch. Even with me, you always choose what I want to watch. And I was like, although he was sitting downstairs watching something, I was like, so do you want to watch something, or have you got anything in mind? And he comes upstairs, and you could see he wasn't fully in it, and he would always go with what the other person wants. And yesterday was the first time. It was just like, I said, what do you actually feel like doing? And it's like, oh, I fancy watching what I was, continuing watching what I was watching earlier before you came down. And I was like, well, then go and do it. Go and do it. And it's weird because that made me feel like when you walked out, I was like, you know what, it's about time you started doing that because you don't do that.
And
you always do what everyone else wants to do.
I have to admit that whilst I did that, number one, I didn't feel guilty. Number two, I actually enjoyed watching what I was watching. I was watching Reacher, by the way, season 3, just in case people are wondering. And I've been wanting to watch it for a while because I've seen the other season. But again, I've been so chocker with work and stuff that I just like go, no, it's all right, it's not important. And then I'll watch things that, like our daughter was over. So I'm always like thinking, because for me, family time is very important, and everyone else's, needs and everyone else, what they want is very important. That, if I'm working, I do work for everyone and myself, and I enjoy doing what I do. But that time should be for everyone else. So then I put that thing that I probably want to do for me, I was going, it's not that important. I'll do it some other time when everyone's occupied. But then, like I said, it doesn't happen. And yesterday, again, it was like, part of me was like going, what shall I do? And I said to her, it was only 4:30. I feel like I could still be working till 6 and I'm not. And I don't know what to do. And then when I started watching that, and I watched a few episodes, and I was going up to bed, and I was thinking, I'm glad I did, because it actually made me feel quite good.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
But when I came down to ask you, you want to watch something now? He was in between watching this series. He paused it, and he was like, he just like, just say no. I want to do this. I want to carry on. You didn't have to come upstairs to then I felt bad.
But I did still go to read yesterday afterwards. I said, because I see him sometimes. He's in his room doing his own thing. I said, look, you do know that we can do stuff together in the evening, or we can watch something together, or there's fine couple of hours you do what you want to do, but you can say, Dad, can we do this? Can we do that? And you should be doing that, and we should be doing things together. So I still, in my head, even though I did that, my mind was like, he's upstairs, she's upstairs, and you know what? We need that. Yeah. Even if it's just once or twice a week, it's important. But I get what you mean. I don't. You know what? I always like, and I do. I think I said it in the other podcast. I do see myself as, those cowboys who just. And I said, maybe things happen for a reason, kind of thing. You know what? You don't know what tomorrow holds. I went, this is my thing.
This is his theory
this
yesterday.
is what I said. I went, universe always has your best interest.
Although it might be
things
so
happen for a
difficult
reason.
and hard.
You might not realize it. I go, I don't know what tomorrow is. I turn around and go, I ain't got friends. I ain't got family. I have to be self-reliant. I do all this stuff. It's not easy, but I get on with it. I find a way. Future happens, zombie apocalypse, aliens, or the robots take over the world, where everyone else needs their family, everyone goes, oh God, I don't know what to do, this, that, and the other. Just like COVID happened when COVID hit, and everyone else, I was a police officer then, at that time when COVID hit, I could see from the officers to the people that were going and seeing, people struggled. They were just more or less like going, oh, my family, there's this, I haven't got a life, this, that, and the other, can't be stuck in this room. And I was there going, this is
Welcome
Friday.
to our world. This is what he said. I was like, it's so true.
Went, this is Friday. I don't understand what your last problem is.
I know.
What is wrong with you people?
We were like,
and they're all there
quite
crying.
nice.
I was like seeing these big guys who normally go. They're feeling like they're all broken. There's me going, dude, get your shit together, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What? Have a break. Take time off. This is that every day.
Yeah.
And that's what I said to Sri. I went, who knows if that was the case? Do you know what? I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I always do. And if I can't rely and depend on people, then it doesn't matter. I've realised that somehow I'll find a way. And that's it. The only thing is, it's changed me from who I was. Once I was very much a risk taker, and
I said this just last night.
I was all go. It didn't make no difference. I was more fearless in that sense. I would just go with it. I would say I probably was more confident in my 20s. And I think after I had my children and stuff, I ended up joining the police force, which should have made me more confident. He actually took it away from me because I felt like I was just doing a job for security to feed my children instead of something I wanted to do, and not to make a mistake and do everything in a certain way.
By the books.
He actually took everything away from me.
From you, from our just normal day living, you'd be so paranoid about certain things.
Yeah,
being out in public,
and it took away who I was. And so now, where I am now, I wouldn't say I'm that guy, but I would like to become him again. Yeah, and people do say the older you get, you do start not giving a shit again. You know what? So I'm hoping that is the case. But one thing is, I have learned that, you know what, it would be good. It would be good if I can get friends or family. Like now, like my daughter, like moving on, got a boyfriend and they got family and people like that. You do look at it and you're going, you know what, it'll be nice that, you know what, I'm not by myself. There's going to be people that I can sort of open up and going.
Do you think that with our life and our experience that people have been in and out of our life and how we've been made to feel, that we have put up this wall, but it has stopped us? Because in these 5 years, we could have, with what we do, like I say this all the time, I could make friends easily because the amount of people that reach out to you and this, that, the other, but we just put this barrier up. But we know there's nice people just like us out there. You know, there's people who genuinely want to be in your life and genuinely want to help and, you know, take you for who you are. And it's like we've gone so far, like we just keep protecting it. Because I feel like with me asking you this question, I've become like you as well. Like we become each other, don't we? I put, you know, for a fact the amount of people have, and I'm saying to you, you're pushing me, like you're saying, go on, why don't you meet up with them more? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but our daughter would say, like, yeah, me and you are sort of different in that sense, like kind of thing. I think that the kind of people I want, you know, like guys that I would talk to, number one, dependable, reliable and stuff like that. I get that, you know, those kind of values. I'm not saying you got to be there 24/7 helping each other out, and it shouldn't just be that. But I just think that, you know, that you're not just going out and having a drinking buddy on the weekend that you're getting like, you know, I don't want that. But people who can just open up, who want to grow in life. You know, who
Why
are
did you
open.
say, oh, we're different then? Because that's exactly what I want, and this is what stops me.
No. I feel like now I'm at that stage where I just want people who, number one, grow in life, and number two, you know, that you can open up. It doesn't matter which area in the life, but their whole thing is that, you know, where I am, you could be happy with where you are and who you are. But I still think that I want to either improve my relationship or improve my business or something or the other. And it doesn't just be like that, but you're open enough to be yourself too. You know, have a bit of a laugh and have a bit of humor, get it. But what I said with the difference is, I know that you're still one of those who, not in a negative way, more extrovert than me. So I'm not saying I'm introvert, like I used to say I'm introvert. I'm saying that I probably will go there, but I'm happy to be just in the environment of just one or two of us or a few of us that you can just like going, okay, you know what, guys, we all want to grow. We all want to improve. Maybe it's different journeys or different things that we want to do on. But how can we, like, you know, motivate, encourage each other? Yeah. That kind of thing.
Help each
right?
Other, support each other, yeah.
And it's that. But also, you know, there's times you can go for like a hike or, you know, do things that you enjoy and energetic, you know, build that kind of thing. Okay. That I just still think that you can, you know, are the kind of person or would be happy going out on like, you know, like evenings, you know, like dressing up, being yourself, being out there a bit more, like, you know, more than me, like network in the sense of around a lot more, you know. Okay,
but do you see where I understand that? Yeah, we're two different people. I would love to do the same things you do, which is in your comfort with a few people, you know, it didn't have to be. And then I also would like to go out and do that.
That's what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is the two. You would like to have friends or people that you can have coffee with and you can talk and have meaningful conversations with. But you would also like to have the other kind of friends who are similar to you, as in, you know what, we all go out, we all take our pictures, we all do this, that, the other. I'm not that.
That's guys. I don't think guys are like that.
But no. There are guys out there who are like that. You know,
but what I'm trying to say,
I know guys close to us that are like that. That every 2 seconds that they take a camera out and take a picture, no matter where they're going, even if they go for a shit, they're taking a picture, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So
okay, I get that. What I was trying to say is, I feel like I've become like that as well. Like, I don't know whether it's COVID or just all our life experience, what we've been
about
through.
5 years ago, did you know? Now, 5 years ago.
Ooh, it is 5.
Bloody hell.
Exactly, because our journey started then. But with everything that we've been through in our life and our journey and people and experiences that we have, that I have put up this wall. But whereas I used to rely, not that I did, I feel like I was a bit like yours, more of a person who was, again, we are both the same people pleasers. Yeah. But now it's come to the point where with all that's happened, I'm very much more before. I'd be like, oh, you know what? Just go out for coffee. I don't know this person, but yeah, let's get to know the person. But now I'm like very wary, and I don't make decisions just like that, like where I would have done. And not that I regret it, but I still kind of had that relationship with that person. But even though it didn't mean, it wasn't like how you're saying that you want someone, you know, you want to grow and
but
this.
There's a difference between like, you know, being that way, but also giving people a go though. I think sometimes you could get to a point where you're going, I don't even want to give someone a go.
Is what I mean.
Whereas you like that, you more or less like going, okay, I've already been there. I don't want to give people a go, and you don't even know the people.
Yeah.
And this is where
that's what life does to you though, with what
Casey,
you've been through.
especially, we were saying to you, you need to get out. You need to find those people. You ain't gonna find them sitting here. You want those people. You got to find those people. With me, I know for a fact that I'm not going to find those people at the places that, out there. I'm not.
I think the place that I get called to and stuff, all those places, I've seen what it's like. I've seen how fake the world is. And I'm in a different stage of my life. Before, if I was in my 20s, 30s, make friends easily and have that time to spare and go out and have fun. Now I'm like, I love my time. I think COVID as well, especially, has made me appreciate me, like spending time with me.
COVID, you're talking 5 years ago.
I know, but it's made me like appreciate me so much more, because I never used to like spending time with myself, and I do a lot alone now. I do. Before I used to have
time with you. Like, God.
Before I used to be with one kid or the other, and I just really enjoy my company. And if I wanted to spend it with someone, it's got to be meaningful. It's got to be like. I know it's going somewhere. Like you said, the same with you.
And I'm not saying people can't have problems or issues share those with you, and have, that everything's all going to be all happy and hunky and, oh, God, these...
Yeah,
doesn't have
but
to
I think
be
it's
that.
just life experiences, what you've been through kind of make you do proper ball. And you don't, like, you haven't all these years, you don't rely on anyone. You even start doing that with me at times. You're very tiptoey around me.
I do know for a fact that is, I would rather have people in my life whose energy is good.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, I'm not saying people don't have issues and problems, but when you're around, like now we're talking about, I started a new gym, and Sarit said on the last podcast that, oh my God, in 2 weeks, you've already lost so much weight. I'm not happy at that gym because I sort of like missed the group of people that I was around that I can chat. Right, and I'm not saying that those people haven't got issues and problems in the house, but when we were around, we lifted each other up with the way that we spoke.
They made you feel good every time
and
you
they
come
made
home.
you, yeah, exactly. So
he nearly made me cry the other day when he was speaking about it.
Mentally, physically, I might be training better here.
Yeah.
But mentally, I was so much better there. And unless I was going to move house and go somewhere else, or they're all going to leave, then I understand. But at the moment, that environment was more better for my overall health than just my physical, you know what I mean? And that's what I mean. For me, it's like, if I'm around someone, number one, can I be myself? Because that's important. Number two, what is the energy and vibe that I'm getting?
That's it.
If all you're getting is, the same conversation, and it's just, whatever, and there's nothing, no outlook, or they're just implementing that my way is the wrong way of how I'm living. I ain't got time for that, you know what I mean? And that's what we've got to understand. Time, we don't have much time. So who we spend it with and how we feel is very important.
Yeah.
And not only that, I have become self-reliant, and I'm not saying I will always be like this, but at this moment I have no choice, because I can't find the people, or I haven't come across the people that I can more or less go, hey, any chance you can give me a hand with that? Or, hey, do you know how to, because I haven't got a clue. Or can you just turn up at this point? I haven't come across that. So fair play to people who have that, you know what I mean? Trust me, you're blessed. And this is what I mean, gratitude is a big thing. You probably don't understand it.
Yeah.
That, sometimes we take little things for, like, we neglect them. And we don't see that they matter, or we don't think about it because it's always there. But if you've got it, be grateful, because trust me, if you got that friend or that family member or kid, parent, wherever it might be, brother, sister, who are there no matter what, good times, bad times, can get on your nerves at times, you know what I mean? Appreciate it. It's just like now, I know that we have each other and we're always there, but sometimes, again, it can be like, okay, I'm putting too much on you, or you can't understand what, and it's not fair. And it's that, and it's being that person as well. Be understanding towards that. You know what? Always being understanding towards yourself, that I'm lifting so much and I'm carrying a lot, and it sometimes is a battle, and I've got to, be able to do it myself. But also, like I said, if you are struggling, you need to be able to talk to people. But the thing is, how I see it is talking to the right people. Because there's no point going there and keep talking to people who, number one, aren't interested, or number two, can't help you or give you the advice.
Yeah.
Or just give you that comfort, that love, and say, look, I don't know how to help you.
Yeah.
Right. And I, don't know what to say maybe, but I just want you to know I'm here.
Yeah.
That's it. Sometimes that's all we need. But if you haven't got those things, then you don't just go with anyone.
Yeah.
Because some people will just go, either happy to hear that you're going through your shit, or couldn't give them monkeys.
It's true.
And I ain't got time.
I think
for that.
I've gone through the phases where the people I did have in my past, I have thought they've reached out because I've realised what we do, and you've gone and seen them. But like you say, you've got to walk away and feel good about it. And each person I've met, I've not felt good. And as much as it's like, oh well, great what you're doing, sport and all this kind of, you don't really genuinely see, because if it was the case, then you know what we do. There's never been that interaction and anything that that you were supporting me with. And it is like you said, that you got to feel good from coming away from. And I've come back.
You're a package deal kind of thing. You can't go. When you meet people, you can't turn around and go, you know what? Yeah, let's be friends. But hey, I don't want to. Like, say for instance, say you're a person who hasn't got kids or hasn't got a partner, right? And you end up being good friends with them and you like that vibe, but they're like going, look, I don't want you to talk about your husband or your kids to me because or it doesn't interest me because I'm not in a relationship, right? It's not something. I just want you to talk about, where you went, what you did, what you're up to, because I'm always busy. You turn around and you're going, well, I get that, but I'm all this too. I'm not just this. And then there's other people who turn around, like, in our circumstances, when we meet people, they're like going, oh, we like you lot and we're happy, about your family and stuff, but we don't want to talk about your work side. And it's like, let's pretend that doesn't even exist. We don't want to support you. We don't want to, I'm not expecting anyone to watch, but let's not talk about that. Let's ignore that that's even happening. But let's just talk about anything else. What's happening on Emmerdale Farm, but just let's avoid that. And you're like going, oh, the other day we're having, and it's like subject goes and you can see that they're not interested.
How can you avoid your
and you're going,
life?
So, but yet they can talk about their work, and you're like going, what is the issue with our work?
Yeah.
That hasn't been, that kind of thing. So I think it has to be, you take someone for everything.
That's happened, as well as people have met up with who used to know, and they're like, so like, hyped up with what you're doing, it's so great and stuff, we really support you, but then you realise, well, you've been on this journey with me for 5 years, I don't really see that support. And even after we've gone away from the table and you feel drained, I'm the one who's posting, I'm the one who's doing stuff, I never see that support, because if you're a friend, that's what support is. But
going back to that help thing, that's what I think I have, and I'm happy because I know even now with work, it's like that, feeling like bad, because sometimes when we're doing work, it's like going, oh, I can do that, I can help you with that. I'm not going, I'm all right. And I'd rather do it like this because you know what? I know me. And I guess in one way, it can be a great thing. And another way, you can probably thinking, I have probably gone through trauma or been let down to become this person. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I can't change that.
You can do things.
But then at the same time, I think the only
thing is scary is that if you could come across people who genuinely who are just like you, and because of everything you've been through,
I would be reluctant to ask for help.
That's what I mean.
But I also do know that being where I am, even more so, even though I used to be there for people and do that anyway, even being where I am, I know for a fact that there's people out there who do need help. And I know that it's not easy and it's quite a struggle. And I wish sometimes that I did have help. So that's where, with what I'm doing, I always think to myself is there's got to be people out there who need some help in some area of their life. How can I be at service to them? You know what? They might not have people who understand, who listen. What is it that I can do that maybe just gives them that reassurance? Maybe that, if I can tell them all the shit that I've been through, that they might just turn around and go, my life ain't half as bad as that. Or things that I've had to overcome or deal with, that they just turn around and going, okay, I'm not alone. You know what I mean? And this guy is still carrying on regardless.
The patterns that we picked up and not understanding it, the things that you've learned about yourself, if you wish that you knew that a lot sooner, or you understood it a lot sooner, that could help somebody a lot sooner in their life.
Sorry guys, I know it's a long one, and sometimes we get into the flow of things. At the start we like thinking, oh my god, will people be interested, and are there other people who feel like this or go through this? I'm sure they are. And but once we get going, you just like thinking, you don't want to end, you want to carry on talking, but you know that people can just look at the time and go, forget this.
Been here for 2 hours.
No one's going to probably even listen. But do give us a write-up or a comment. Is there anything else you want to say? Because I didn't want to, I just thought, I know I'm cutting you off, but I thought it's going to be a long one.
This is it. We can really go on forever. We do. First, we start off, like you said, we don't know what, is anyone going to be interested? And we just go into it.
Yeah. And I was going to say, guys, so if anyone either going through the same thing, like started doing things just by themselves because they're being let down or feeling the same way, or sometimes find it difficult to ask for help, but do need it, or anything else that you guys can relate to, with us kind of thing, or something totally different, maybe just write down in the comments below, reach out. You know what I mean? We're on basically most of the platforms.
And I do want to say thank you to all the people that do watch and actually watch through, and they do comment on what we've spoken about. I think that's lovely. We have this, we have that few people who are really supportive, that have actually always come to write and obviously tell us what they enjoyed and listening to. But yeah. And
guys, honestly, you guys aren't alone. There's loads of people out there going through the same thing, struggling with the same stuff.
It isn't easy, but
it isn't.
You're not
alone. We're saying no, it's not easy.
We're here to support, and whatever you can take away from us, that would help you.
Guys, anyway, hope you enjoyed the podcast. Leave us a comment, and we hope we see you in the next one. Take care.
See you. Bye.